Alright, she's gonna start filming, so I'm gonna leave you guys be. Welcome to Roxette Arisa channel. Subscribe, like, because you are part of the fam.
What's up, guys? I'm Roxette Arisa, and today we are going to be playing around with tons of new drugstore items. We've got one foundation. L'Oreal released the Infallible Total Cover Foundation, and this line is amazing. You guys know I really do like the Infallible line, both the Pro Matte and Pro Glow. So this is a brand new foundation to the line. And then they also released, I almost dropped them all, but they also released these super cool beauty blender type things, beauty sponges, I guess you would say. So they've got a foundation blender, a contour blender, and a concealer blender. So we're gonna put all of these to the test and see how they do, including our handy dandy little foundation. And if you haven't already, you can go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. I do upload it twice a week, every single week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. Click somewhere down below, or you can click somewhere on the screen maybe. I mean, you know, it's always a little gamble, but definitely go ahead and subscribe so you can join the little rockstar family we've got going on, and let's get into this video. So this is the, like I said, Infallible Total Coverage Foundation from L'Oreal, and it is supposed to be 24-hour wear. It's supposed to have a lot of great benefits to it, I guess. So you can see here, hopefully you can see, it's supposed to have a natural finish, 24-hour wear, like I said, a full coverage, high coverage as they say, and then an air light texture. So that is a lot of great stuff that this foundation claims, and it's drugstore price, so obviously very affordable. You know, beauty on a budget, I'm loving it. So yeah, let's just go ahead and apply. I got the shade 303 Nude Beige. The shade selection, just off my first impression, it looked very pink tone just from the packaging. Obviously at the drugstore you can't really swatch it, so I just kind of had to guess at my shade, but let's see. Let's go ahead. I'm so excited because I seriously love this line. Whew. I don't know if you can tell, but when I just put it onto my hand, it has an extremely thick formula to it. We're gonna put it to test. Let's go ahead and just dig into the foundation blender. And again, this is from L'Oreal, and it is actually a part of their Infallible line. It says right there, I just noticed it. It says the Blend Artist Infallible Foundation Blender. It doesn't say to wet it like I normally would with a beauty blender or pretty much any other beauty sponge that I've used. So I guess we'll try it dry and see how it goes, but if not, maybe we'll try to wet it. But it doesn't actually say to wet it in the directions. Who knows though? Okay. Scared. Definitely is full coverage, and I definitely got the wrong shade, but that's on me. And you can see my skin is definitely nowhere near perfect right now. I've been having a little bit of breakout problems, picking problems, you know the drill, so I kind of wanted to leave it. I mean, not that I wanted to leave it like that, but I kind of thought it was a good thing for this particular video because we can really tell if the foundation is full coverage, or at least as full coverage as it says it is. I do like the shape of this sponge because I feel like I can really get into the crevices of my face right now. I'm still, like, it's actually working pretty well when it's dry. I don't know if I'm supposed to wet it. You know what I should do? Maybe I'll do like this side dry because I already did that side, and then I'll try this side wet and then see if there's a difference, or yeah, because the directions don't really say it. I would say this half of the face is done. I do really like the formula of it. Honestly, it's very lightweight. Like, I don't really feel like I have anything on, so that definitely gets a little tick from me. As far as the finish, again, yeah, natural finish, coverage, pretty full coverage. It did not cover this, but that is, it's pretty big, I'm not gonna lie. So I would say it's like, yeah, it's pretty full coverage. Not the most full coverage thing I've ever used in my life, but I mean, it is, I would still consider it a full coverage foundation, and we're doing good so far. So I finished off this side. I'm gonna go wet this and I will be right back. Alrighty, now the foundation blender is now wet. It feels like it was supposed to be wet. I don't really know, but it does feel like any other sponge, like very, very squishy. So we're gonna try it out on the other side now. Yeah, I definitely feel like it was supposed to be wet. I actually really like the shape of the sponge because I'm using the pointy part here and it's so easy to hold because of the little divot in it. And then I can obviously use the bigger, flatter part to blend out like a lot. All right, moment of truth in my trouble area coming up soon. I really need to work on my shade matching. Honestly, I'm liking it a lot. I like this foundation because it does have that lightweight texture, very, very lightweight, while still having really nice coverage actually. I mean, you can still see a little bit through like where I really have my problem areas, but I feel like with any foundation, like you're gonna go over it with concealer afterwards anyways, so it doesn't really bother me too much, and we'll see how the concealer goes on top. The sponge itself, I do think that you're supposed to use it wet. I cannot confirm or deny that because it is actually not on the packaging itself that I see at least, but honestly, I do like it a lot. I love the shape of it. I think it is very easy to hold. It's ergonomic, you know, if you want to be fancy about it, and the actual way that it blends out foundation is very smooth. Honestly, when it was dry, it was still pretty good, so that's nice to know if you're in a bind, if you can't get to, you know, a sink or water or anything, you can definitely use it dry and it's still blended out really nicely. But when I used it wet, I just felt like it was so quick and easy to use, and again, love the shape. So that's the kind of first impression on the foundation blender. We are going to move on to concealer now, which I'm really excited. I think I should probably also wet this one because it was definitely really easy to use when this was wet, so I do think that they're supposed to be used wet, so I'll be right back one more time. Alright, this also has a very unique shape to it, which I appreciate. I think L'Oreal is really, you know, trying to go somewhere with this collection because they have very unique shaped sponges, which again, I like a lot because I feel like they're doing things, you know? It has a flat end here, a rounded end here, so it has a tip at the top, and then a flat end on the bottom. So let's just go ahead and dig right in. I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, one of my absolute favorites, so I thought it'd be nice to try out the blender with a concealer that I already know works really well. So this is the shade Medium, which honestly I feel like it may be way too dark for this foundation color, so I may have to switch it up. Let's just try it out though, no harm in trying. Whew. Yeah, I think that's gonna be too dark. Luckily, I have another shade of the Tarte Shape Tape, so I'm gonna just use that shade for today. This shade is light medium. Hopefully this one is light enough. It is quite a bit lighter though, so we will see. We'll just try to work with it, honestly. We are just going to try to work with it for this one. I do want to see if this concealer blender soaks up a lot of product or not very much, because I find that it's really important when it comes to concealer to use something to spread it out where it's not going to soak up a bunch of product, because obviously with concealer you're trying to build coverage and not take it away. Whew. You guys, I'm very impressed. I love the flat edge of it. It makes it very easy to press the skin and bounce the skin rather than wiping it, because that is kind of a tendency for me at least. So I like that because it reminds me to always press into the skin, and I don't feel like it's taking away product, which I love, because that is the one thing I don't like about using a sponge most of the time for concealer, is that it actually soaks up a bunch of product for me. So wow, I'm liking this. The one thing I did notice, if you saw, it's the actual tip is very, very flexible because it does have that half missing. So it was a little easy to mess this part up. That's a very, very small detail, obviously, but I just wanted to let you guys know that's the purpose of this video, is to let you guys know all about these products. So yeah. I just feel like these sponges are giving me such a flawless finish. Even with the concealer that I normally use, I feel like it looks better today than usual even, and I love that concealer to begin with, so that really says something about how you're applying it. Obviously, tools make a huge difference, so that's why I'm really excited that the drugstore is starting to come out with all these sponges and stuff. So I think we're good on concealer. I mean, yeah, the coverage was great. It didn't soak up product, so I give this product a little check as well. L'Oreal's killing it so far. So this is the Blend Artist Infallible Contour Blender. According to the directions, we're supposed to use these tips to apply the product and then the flat side to blend out. This is the only shape that I'm a little apprehensive about. I don't know if that's going to work out, but we're definitely gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna dig into this ABH contour kit, and according to the directions, I guess we're supposed to go like this. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. And then with the other side, I guess I'll go into this banana cream shade. I don't usually cream highlight per se. I'm usually okay with just concealer, but just for the purpose of this video, I want to try out the sponge for this technique. Honestly, I like the blending of this sponge. I'm not a huge fan of the shape for the application. Like you can see, it just looks a little messy everywhere for me, and I don't know if that's just me. Like this side actually looks better than this side, but you see what I mean? Like it's kind of inconsistent for me personally, like when I was using this. Obviously it was the first time though, so maybe it would get better if I kept using it. But I do like the blending ability. I will give it that. I find the shape of this a little hard to work with, to be honest. It does do a nice job of like actually blending stuff out, but when I was first applying it, I found it to be a little messy. So I personally don't think that I would reach for this particular one a lot. The other two, golden. The pinky's up, but I meant to do this. But yeah, the other two were amazing. This one, I would have to say it's a pass, but I am gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. And we've got a full face of makeup on. If only it was that easy, am I right, ladies? So final verdicts are in. Starting off with the foundation, we're gonna do a little rundown of all the products. The foundation, first and foremost, is really, really good, you guys. I don't have anything bad to say. I think it does everything that it claims to do. It definitely has a natural finish. It's not too matte, it's not too dewy, it's just right there in the middle. And I do think that it has a super lightweight feeling to it, like a texture. It's not heavy, it's not cakey, it's not taking up anywhere. I definitely put on a lot of makeup afterwards, and I still feel my skin can breathe through the foundation, which is really important, and I think this foundation does an amazing job at doing that while still being super full coverage. And for a full coverage kind of person, I like it. I like the coverage a lot, so definitely A+ in my book. I will definitely be using this more. I want to try to get a little bit of a darker shade just so I can have my right shade. But yeah, I love the foundation. As far as the wear time, like I said, it does claim to stay on for 24 hours. I'm not going to be showing that in this video just because I'm actually doing Vlogmas over on my vlog channel. I don't know if everybody knows, but yeah, I actually have a vlog channel and I'm doing Vlogmas over there. So I feel that it would be a little bit redundant of me if I kind of like took you around in this video and showed you how the foundation was wearing when I'm pretty much going to be doing the same thing in my vlogging channel. So I will definitely mention it in the vlog today, how the foundation wears throughout the day, and you know, my final thoughts on it, I guess, at the end of the day once I've washed my face and have really worn it for hours and hours and hours on end. So if you want to see, I guess, my full first impression of the foundation, including the wear time, then definitely check out my vlog from today. Today is December 15th, so it'll be Vlogmas Day 15. So definitely check it out if you want to see like my full review. Moving on to these sponges. These really excited me because I feel like, you know, we need some drugstore loving in the sponge department. I am so beyond impressed with the foundation sponge. I think everything about it was perfect. I will definitely be using this more. I love the feeling of it. It has a very, very pliable sponge texture, and I love the shape. It's really easy to use. I like the pointed tip. I like the ergonomic little handle, you would call it. I don't know, it's just an hourglass shape, but I like to think of it as a little handle here. And then the bottom is great for blending out larger areas like on the cheeks, on the forehead, yada yada yada. Love this thing. 100, gotta check this one out. The concealer, again, I do really like it. I think if you were really trying to stay on a budget, I would probably just get this one because you can definitely blend out concealer because it does have that pointed tip, you know what I mean? But if you're going full out, if you're a makeup obsessed person like me, then you might want the concealer, and I say go for it. Honestly, it's really good. I do like the shape of it. I think it's very, very good for concealer. That's one thing I have to mention. A lot of blenders will soak up product, and that's not what we want when it comes to concealer. This really helps you pat it in because it does have that flat edge to it, so I definitely recommend this as well, and I'll continue to use it. This was the only product that I don't know if I am not used to it or if it just doesn't work for me and my face and my techniques, but this one I would have to say to pass on. I found it difficult to actually apply. The blending was actually pretty good, honestly. The blending out of the way that this sponge blended things out was nice. I will give it that. But I personally had a little bit of trouble applying the product because, I don't know, I found it a little messy to work with personally. So that was honestly the only one that I personally wouldn't recommend to you guys. Everything else was awesome. Everything was awesome! What is that from? I don't even know. I always say that whenever I think of the word awesome, that's like the one thing that pops into my mind, but I forget what that's from. Comment down below. Let me know what that's from because this is gonna bother me for a little bit. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want me to do more first impressions, more drugstore stuff. As always, I'm definitely open to your suggestions and I want to do what you guys want to see. So that is going to be it for me. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Join our little Rockstar family and give this video a thumbs up. Let's try to get this video to 1,000 thumbs ups. I don't know because I've never done this, so I don't know if that's high or low or what, but let's try to get this to 1,000 thumbs up and see how that goes. Alrighty, remember, you are beautiful inside and out. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!